It's Madden NFL 24. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' sure-handed tight end, who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. It's the Raiders and the Niners. Next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason, winners of 8 of their last 10. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This is taken at the 15. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Meanwhile, Stroud's going to throw here, caught by Addison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Stroud. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Caught by Wilson. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it tough.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll run with Robinson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Raiders' 9-yard line.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 15. Robinson's got him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Carey. Down to about the 37.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. Finding space at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Quickly to Addison here. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Hall on a give up the middle. Pushes him aside at the 10. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Stroud. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. First and 10, it's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Stroud will look to throw once more. Over the middle, it's complete. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Complete on the crosser to Hall. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 44-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. The 20. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, here's Stroud. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Shreds the tackle. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Stroud now on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the pass. defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here goes Stroud again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Stroud working out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Third and goal, Stroud. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Robinson up the middle. And some room to run now. And out across midfield down to the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 40 yards out, and the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll let Robinson try and run. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd down and 1. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and 10, it's Stroud. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Straight ahead is Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
That's pulled in by Wilson. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here.